can't believe we have to do this research paper on the Great Depression.
Yeah, I know. It's the year 3000. Why do we have to do this?
I don't know. All I know about the time period was that it was just great.
Yeah, I know.
And, I guess we should just ask some other people who are researching it and see what they think.
Good idea.
I did some research on Black Tuesday, and I figured out that's kind of like our modern day Black Friday, where the prices are great and everyone goes shopping because of the great economy. So I did some research on the Great Depression, and what I figured out was that there were 5 major causes. The first one was that the automobile industry was booming, and back then, they even started using the new horse and buggy and the tractor. The second cause was that farm production started to increase thanks to the awesome cotton gin. And then the economy started getting better, and consumerism started to decrease, making people more self-reliant and bettering the lives of Americans. The third cause was that the credit sources were good, and the farmers and bankers were both in debt, which means they were both equal, which was a good thing. Was that trade with Europe was at its peak because Europe was doing so well. And then they helped out America, because we all know that America was still in the British cause, was that since other nations were indebted to America and they couldn't afford their debt, America had to do better in its own economy and make more money.
I did some research on farming in the Great Depression, and it was awesome. People loved growing their own food. They did it all the time. It was easy and fun, and they would prosper from it. So why wouldn't you do it? So when I was researching the Great Depression, I realized, the Great Depression was great, and it was, such a good time. And, until Teddy Roosevelt, introduced this new plan that, exploited his ideas, his, secret ideas, and deals with, terrorism. What's up with that?
As I was researching the Great Depression, found out Teddy Roosevelt created this thing called bank holidays, where terrorists were allowed to ask for any amount of money they wanted. This led to Teddy Roosevelt being corrupt because he kept making unauthorized deals with the Japanese terrorists, and they kept stealing more money than they were allowed to. This led to Teddy Roosevelt dropping the first atomic bomb on Nagasaki. As I was researching common strikes during the Great Depression, I found out that common people would just go into the streets and bolt, and they would usually get strikes, and they'd be happy all the time.
As I was researching about the Black Cabinet, I found out that Teddy Roosevelt started the first Black Cabinet, and that's when all the townspeople painted their houses black in honor of the African Americans. So because of the Black Cabinet by Teddy, Obama went to go find Pocahontas to explore the West, to make colonies for the blacks to live in peace.
As I was researching the Great Depression, everyone kept talking about this weird thing called slavery. We're not sure what this is, but I think it has to do with the Slavic people being taken over by the government led by Obama.
So I found out during the Great Depression that these weird groups emerged known as the Democrats and Republicans, so obviously they came from the Dominican Republic.
Man, I wish I could have lived during the Great Depression.
Me too. It sounds like such a great time.
Avery!
Oh God, Avery!
Press pause.
We're gonna put that in the video.
First cause was the farm. The second cause was that. Go again. And the farms and banks were both good, which was equal. What third source? I was gonna say source. Is it a credit source? Okay. Third cause was that the credit sources were. Third cause. Wait, I forgot what the third cause was that the credit sources were good.
Take 599.
Cause was that trade. America.